Welcome back to some more Black Desert Online content. We just got a recent update to the Serendia Elvia zones, and today I want to test these out post buff. The cups went from 1.8 billion to 5 billion silver, and they also nerfed the Blackstone armor drops and buffed the crystal drops for the magical shards. All right, let's get on the grind. Okay, so here are my results from my hour at Orc Camp. As you can see, it came out to about 1.02 billion. So I have some old statistics here where I pulled around the same amount of trash, but the only difference was I got more of the Shard of the Furious Knight on the previous hour than I did from the new post hour. So overall, I think with a 300% drop rate, you're probably going to be pulling around 1.1 to 1.15 billion silver an hour here, where before you'd be pulling around 950 to 1 billion silver an hour. All right, let's get to the next spot. Here we come, Fogans. So I just finished up the Fogans grind, did an hour there, managed to pull, 19,000 trash loot, couple Blackstone armor, Blackstone weapon. This is actually kind of disappointing. I know they nerfed the rate, but it seemed like they nerfed this more than they buffed the sealed crystals. I think the total was 817 mil an hour, so not a bad spot, especially seeing that it's AP cap. I would think that you can do this on seasons gear with the right buffs. So I mean, you could literally come here on seasons, farm your cups, and make 750 to 800 mil an hour. So big thumbs up for a nice mid-game spot. All right, let's head over to Swamp Nagas. Now these are just my 3 favorite spots to grind the shards. You might choose to go to Bloody Monastery, or you might choose to go to Baragi's Den or the yellow shards, but it's all personal preference. Personally, I've had a great time at Nagas. I love the mechanics. I like how the spot works. It's a really chill grind, and if you get lucky, you can get the moon split nails and make a bunch of money. I've actually hit 3 of them in an hour one time, it completely blew my mind. All right, so let's get this last grind in and see how this buff / shadow nerf really turned out. Cup together. Should be the Earth Sorrows, I think it is. 100 yellows, 50 blues, and then 50 reds, and 100 weapon stones. Let's start the processing. Look at that, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. And then we're gonna bust a lick right here. You already know I'm busting that lick, bro. Let's go. Plus, I got that Flame of Hongeki I sold too. Boy, we're about to hit some racks. Racks on racks on racks. Look, last order. Let's go. 5 bill in the bag. Yeah. Well, not exactly 5 bill. 4.273 billion silver in the bag. Then let's collect that flame there. Yeah, that's nice. 35 billion silver in the bank. Okay, so we just finished our last hour at Swamp Nagas Elvia Serendia. I really love that spot. It's so chill. You just hit a couple skills and you wipe all the mobs out. I really, really think they need to implement more mechanics like that, which they kind of are doing with the Decky Lantern. You just spawn the lantern and you just destroy waves of mobs. I've been talking about this forever. I've been saying that we need some type of survival wave type of content. And what does PA do? And they do what I say. But they still won't give me content creator. I have no idea why they won't give me that title. I've already seen other people get it. Like Crit Happens, he just got the title, but whatever. I'm in it for the love of the game. I don't care about the fame. I'm in this thing. Spitting bars right there. So back to the topic. 18,356. The hour ended up being 838 million. So pretty good hour overall. 15 yellows, no moonlit nail. The thing about Nagas is, if I would have hit a moonlit nail, that would have bumped me up to 1,000,000 silver. I mean, my average over there is 761. So as you can tell already, the buff is doing some work. It really is. So it's really nice. Now it's time to do some math. I love crunching numbers, so I wanted to see the average of the amount of silver that you would make if you were farming all 3 spots and then building the cups and selling them on the market. So do some math. On average, you would have to farm 6.5 hours at Nagas for 100 yellow shards. On average, you would have to farm 3 hours at Fogans for 50 blue shards. On average, you would have to farm 3.5 hours at orcs for 50 red shards. This is going to be a total of 13 hours. So now if we go and we look at the amount of silver that you will make, on average, you want to take the Nagas grind for 6.5 hours and say you would make around 5 billion silver on that grind. Grind Fogans for around 3 hours and you would make around 2.4 billion silver. And then at Orcs, the big dog, the premier grind spot in BDO, 3.5 hours should net you around 3.85 billion if you have end game gear and you're capped and you're min-maxing all your buffs. So if you take all that up and you add it all up in a nice big clump, you get 11,250,000,000 silver for 13 hours of grinding. So you would divide that down by 13 and you're looking at around 865,384,615 silver per hour. So there are better spots in the game if you're end game and you have end game gear, but this is still a very viable spot. And if you're like me and you have 539 red shards already because you banged your head against the orc camp for 1,000,000 years of grinding, then this is a good thing to do because you can get your money back out of it. I don't know how long this will be viable, just because eventually people are going to have all the cups and they're not going to want to spend that 5 billion. But you know, we have a lot of new players coming into the game. We have a lot of new players buying gear and gearing up. So it might be viable for a while. I would just say, you know, watch the market, pay attention, and if it's worth the grind or if you just want to do something different, you know, and you can come make a little bag here. I only grinded 1 hour at each spot. I made 1.6 bill in trash loot. And just a quick side note, you want to make sure that you come over here and you get your Marnie stones for each area, because you can exchange these for the Shard of the Drain Knight, Shard of the Furious Knight, and Shard of the Tearful Knight. So make sure you drop down there, hit that subscribe button if you learned anything from the video for more informative content. I'm going to be making a lot of guides, a lot of spot reviews, a lot of informational stuff. So make sure if you want to learn more about BDO and you want to learn more about making them bands and hitting that 700 gear score, hitting that 720 gear score, then you got to subscribe to this channel because it's booming. And if you want some more content right now, check out one of these other videos right here because you know they're going to be lit.